Well, hello and welcome people of the internet to Roguelite. This is a side-scrolling action RPG, action combat roguelite with a bit of a Slay the Spire structure. Really interesting. It's one that I don't think I've ever seen quite like this before, and it's got some pretty cool mechanics to it. I will say that controls on keyboard and mouse, probably not how you want to play this. It's probably better designed for a controller, but we are still going to be playing with mouse and keyboard, so let's go ahead and jump in. I've done a couple runs here. I did them last night, so hopefully my muscle memory kicks back in here. We do have our hub world, and you can actually create your own character, which is kind of cool, especially since we can actually see the character. I know there's been games that we've played in the past that like we could go and create a whole character, but like we couldn't actually see their face or anything. But in this one you can. I just kind of randomized, and this is what I got. We do have some upgrades here, so we're going to get mushrooms along the way, and mushrooms can unlock a bunch of stuff. So we can unlock how many potions we have. You start with 0, which is kind of rough, but having health potions will definitely help out. We can, of course, upgrade our health potions. We have different weapon slots. We have different things. We can upgrade the map. So I've upgraded starting weapons, so we can choose a different starting weapon at the start. We can get like different blessings. We can upgrade shops, all kinds of stuff, and then attributes. Now, I haven't upgraded anything. The only thing that I upgraded was one just for the choice and one for a health potion for quality of life, but I'm not going to upgrade any of our stats just for this first run, just so you can kind of see rough balance of how everything works when you're not kind of pumped up or anything like that. We can also select our gear, which again I'm not going to do, just to show you what like a starting run would do, but it does look like if you wanted to, you can kind of start with gear. I don't know if this, I'm assuming this has stats to it. I do wish that this would actually show what the stats were. These are like your first starting pieces, and so it looks like somewhere along the way I picked up a gorilla skull helm. But anyway, we're going to go in with no helmet, just to kind of get a, a starter run. We select the map, and it looks like there's going to be different maps, but we're going to go ahead into the story mode, and we'll just play with starter difficulty here. Because again, like I said, if I was going to play this for a long amount of time, I would definitely swap over and play with, and learn the muscle memory on controller. And I'll explain why in a quick second here. So I'm going to take the wooden sword. We're just going to go probably sword and board. And so here is our map system, which you're going to notice is very familiar. I do have a critique here right at the start that I want to point out. And I'm going to take a look at the map here and see if you notice anything. Looking at the map, I'm going to do 1 or 2 scrolls by, just see if you notice anything about the direction of the pathways. Okay, we're going to do one more, just see if you see it. And what you're going to notice here is that it's almost impossible to go to the left. Anytime that you make a movement decision, you're always going to the right. And this is something that I noticed in the other runs that I did. I'm not sure if it's hard-coded this way. There's no way that it's just randomly like this every map. Obviously, you can see here, like, we do have a fork in the road, which we can go to the left, but then it always goes to the right. So basically, once you're on the right pathway, you're always going to be on the right pathway. There are a couple forks in the road, but for example, I couldn't go from this node to this node or even over here and kind of split the pathway. So basically, anything you want on the left, like, you have to go on the left, and then otherwise there's like no way to come back to it. So that's kind of a bit of a bummer. I mean, you can kind of treat it almost makes the game more linear than it is, a sprawling map. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump in. Now, I want to mention quickly why I think controller would be a little bit better than mouse and keyboard here before starting in. So looking at our abilities down here, so we do have a dash over here on control. We have a health potion, which we can also, or first I should say, you're going to see 2 different options right here, right? You have Z and Q. Why do we have 2 different options here? Well, we're going to have ways to get different abilities, and these are going to correspond with each of our different weapons. So for right now, we have a sword in our right hand, and we have an ability right here in our right hand. We're going to be able to swap that ability at certain points. And so in order to swap it, we would have to use either Z or Q to swap those to the other side, and then use either Q or E to actually go ahead and use those. Now, to me, this is a little bit awkward, and X swaps our potion, and then F uses our potion. So that's how we would use mana. To me, that it feels a little weird. But I suppose you could get used to it over time. Okay, and he's just going to run right into us. Now the game is kind of just described as a bit of a Souls-like, and I think that's mostly just for difficulty of the combat. Actually, I should go over here and use my buff. Why am I... Oh, yeah. Let's click the correct button for that. We get some attack damage, and we were taking some massive damage here. Let's go ahead. We can jump over our enemy, and like I said, I'm still trying to remember all the buttons. Okay, let's dodge behind him, and there we go. Get the kill. Nice. So we're going to get some additional armor and stuff here. Unfortunately, already used our health potion, which really sucks. So we get a bleed katana, which is a little bit stronger. We get some poise damage, which I believe just goes towards a stun. Unfortunately, like all the tooltips, there's not really any explanation of what things are. So like poise, like hovering over them doesn't really give you a tooltip. So for example, like if I wasn't familiar with the key term toys, which I only am because of modding Skyrim, then I would probably be lost on this. So things like that definitely need to have tooltips. But now that we have the bleed katana, we do have a different ability. We have haste slash, which is going to apply an 18% bleed, jumps forward and slashes twice. And then we also have some gear here, which is going to give us some additional poise and additional strength. So we'll do a little bit more damage. Let's go ahead and hop back over. We have a random, and we'll see what we can get. Open the chest, and unfortunately it's a mimic, so fantastic. Let's go ahead and attack there, dodge over, boom. Let's go ahead and do our double attack. Okay, let's dodge back here. Yep, don't attack me, bro. There we go, dodge through. There we go, nice. All right, so we get Guardian's Protection. If you're above 70% health, damage taken is reduced. Well, that's really not going to help us right now, unfortunately. We're going to go ahead and get into another fight. Looks like we got a mage here. Hopefully he's a little bit weaker here. Okay, he's going to shoot out orbs. Okay, crap. Yep, can't really dodge that way. Not sure how I would necessarily dodge that one, but okay, we go through here, come back in. There we go. Use our power up. And so we have another sword here. Now, when it comes to dual wielding, we can dual wield, but from what I understand, if we dual wield, it's going to significantly reduce our damage. So that is going to give us another ability to use, but in doing so, it's going to really lower our damage. I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm going to just unequip that. Actually, I should probably compare these weapons, though. The sword is a bit better. It is strength scaling. Let's see, it doesn't apply bleed, though. But its damage is much higher. I think I'm just going to go with the iron sword. We do have a helmet here, or actually a thief's hood, which gives us some defenses. Why is our... Did that go down in damage? Hang on. Oh, no, I guess not. Okay, I looked at red. Oh, it's red because it's strength scaling. Okay, that's why. I was looking at this and thinking that the damage went down, but it did not. Go back to the map here. So I think I just want to pick up this chest. Actually, so see, here's one of those conundrums where I would like to pick up this chest. However, if I pick up chest, there is no way for me to heal. Now, of course, there's definitely going to be paths in games like this where there's like no heal option for you, but it's weird that I can't like go here and then out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, technically 6 nodes, but more so 5 nodes that I can't like cross back over to get a heal. So because of that, I'm going to go this way. We got 2 fights, and then we have a buff node. Got another mage here. Let's go ahead and see if we can't take out this one. Okay, that is not where I want to attack. Attacking direction. Oh, God. Okay, didn't realize that was coming at me. Oh, Jesus. I didn't even know that was coming at me. Okay, we got to learn these attacks here. Might have a bit of a rough run here at the start. Dodge through. Okay, go ahead. Slash there. Okay, it looks like he kind of jumps over. You're going to blast me there. Yep, you are. Okay, we dodge. Can we go right behind you? We can. You're going to shockwave. Nice. That was cool. Why are we in the air? Okay. Okay, we got the kill. We got a torch. This might be a quick run here. This might be a very quick run here. All right. Let's go ahead and put on our boots. Unfortunately, they're not strength, but they'll give us a little bit of defense, I suppose. We do have a torch, but that's not really what we're looking for. Actually, what does it scale off of? It does scale off of strength. But what we have currently is, I guess, better, so we'll go ahead and if we can get through this fight, we have a pretty good run, but the question is going to be, can we get through this fight? And I'm not sure if we're going to be able to, though. Let's see, so we jump over there. Yep, you attack into the wall. That's cool. That's cute. Attack over here. Jump. Okay, we're good. And there we go. Stab him in the butt. All right, we made it through. Let's go ahead and take all and see what other gear we got. We did get a fire dagger. It is dex scaling, though, which we're not really based in right now. But it does have a fire bomb, which is pretty cool, and it applies burn. There is a stamina system here, if you didn't notice that. So, of course, if you attack too often, you're not going to be able to attack anymore. So we got a bunch of int. Okay, so I mean we still have more strength though, so we still want to do that. Okay, so we have our boost here. So we're gonna pray to the god here. Maximum health increase, mana increase, or stamina increase. We're gonna take the health increase. We're gonna go to the shop here. We've got 94 gold that we can spend. What are you buying? Let's see. So there is a shield. Perhaps we do sword and board. That would kind of make sense. For 20 gold, we also have a shield ability. Reduce damage taken by 35%. That seems like a pretty reasonable pickup. We also have the guard's leggings. I don't think we have any pants. And let's see. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like... I haven't been able to find a way to see my inventory while I'm in the shop, which I kind of wish that I could. I guess I can see what's equipped. So yeah, this is going to give me more strength, so let's pick these up. This is an intellect top, so we're not taking that, and everything else I'm too broke for, so that's going to do it. Let's go ahead and pop these on. So let's get our shield here. Just got to remember to use it. We'll put on some actual pants. Look at that, 14 strength. I keep hitting escape thinking this is a menu, but I got to tab over. Okay, so the question is, which way do I want to go? I want to go to the heal before I go to the fight. So let's open the chest. Please do not be another mimic. Thank you. After using a wand skill, we don't have wand skills. Every 5 seconds, 3 icicles fall on enemies, or after using a shield skill, gain invincible barrier for 2 seconds. Well, our shield skill is going to reduce damage, so that's kind of already doing the thing. I think I kind of just want to go for more damage. Okay, let's go to the fire. Let's go ahead and heal up. Full health, fantastic. And it looks like we only have one fight before the boss. Actually, let's go ahead, back up. Let's go ahead and reduce damage done to us. There's our icicles. Our jump attack was actually perfectly timed there. I was not expecting that at all. There we go. We got the shield going there. Oh, that was not a shield. Oh god, he has health potions. Okay. There we go. We got him dead though. Got him dead. Well, we ended up getting a shield anyway. I think the shield is probably better, if I had to guess. Yeah, because ours is strength scaling. We also have elemental resistance there too. And I don't want the parry. I would rather have just a flat. There's no way this is going to be better. Yeah, that's not going to be better for us. All right, let's go ahead and back in and boss fight time. Let's see if we can get this done. Okay, we got Gorilla Man. Let's go ahead. Damage reduced. Can we block? Okay, can't really block that. We were shattered. Don't know what that means. Now we can jump, and this guy, like you just saw, is going to have that attack where he jumps up. Oh, I was mid-attack. I couldn't get out of that. I'm not sure what that white circle is. Maybe it's a parry thing. Oh, I jumped too early. Crap. Okay, let's go ahead and get our buff on. Maybe it's like for perfect timing dodges. Oh, he's frozen. Interesting. I'm going to be honest, didn't know that was happening. Let's take our damage reduction. Okay, so he does a couple little stompies. Okay, well, he died. We probably should have. Ooh, Knight's Armor. Nice. I'm not sure how to... Oh, okay, we're definitely going this way, so let's get the heal. Alright, so let's go ahead and put on our sweet new armor. Yeah, that was not the greatest fight. There was a couple times where I thought like I was jumping at the right time, and his attack wasn't super clear, like when, or at least in my mind, like I thought I was jumping at the right time. Anyway, we got through it. Let's take on the Knight's Armor. Yeah, look at us. We're looking cool. We have a fire wand, but we're not really going for that. All right, well, I guess it is what it is. Let's go ahead and open up the chest. And, you know, like I said, whenever you crit, gain 25 extra damage, emit wind burst every 3.5 seconds that deals damage and destroys projectiles. Using a shield to block consumes less stamina. Probably want to go with that, so that we don't run out of stamina. So this is kind of a big flaw, right? Because while the game looks like you have a lot of choice, you're really not. At this point, the game is really on a linear pathway, right? Even from the very first pick, my direction is completely linear, right? There's nowhere I can go except for my path is 100% determined. So that is something that I think needs a major re-look at. We're definitely going to take bonus health, especially since we have the bonus here. If you're above 70% health, so the more health we have, the easier it is to keep this damage taken up, or damage taken reduction up. Let's go ahead and pop our buff. Okay, and we got Spider Boy. Spider Boy likes to shoot out some webs. Yeah, so I guess it's telling me where my cursor is. And I guess the reason for that is because in case you lose your cursor, because I don't know if I mentioned it, but attack direction is dependent on where your mouse is on what side of the screen, or what side of the character, I suppose. That being said, you can change that in the settings. Do I want is this better? No, it's not better. So the question is, do I still want this? We get a bleed on. And I think I like this better than the rising slash. I don't really like the jump. Yeah, I think I'm going to swap back to this. And it looks way freaking cooler. All right. The introduction. Let's pop this. I don't know if that doubles up. Okay, we'll block those hits. Fortunately, he caught me in the middle of that attack. But that's okay. We're doing really well health-wise. Ooh, and we have Fire Sword. Maybe that's something we want to do. Strength scaling. Let's see. Fire Slash. That's a lot of damage for an ability. Yeah, we're going to swap over and we're going to start using the Fire Sword here. Do I have any other gear? Oh, we have boots. Yep. These are way better for us. They give us strength. So it gives bonus defense and poise bonus. Weird, though, that this is strength scaling. Maybe, let's see. Oh, okay. So I think when it specifically says, like, strength scaling, int scaling, or dex scaling, it just gives you +1 to the strength. It doesn't actually scale its damage with your strength. Right, so we're increasing our defense and our poise because of our strength, but it's not actually increasing our attack, which is kind of what I initially thought was happening. Okay, so we'll come into the next fight here. Let's see what we can get done. It's like the same kind of roguish enemy here. You gonna kick me? You gonna kick me, bro? Okay, we'll just back up. Go ahead and pop our buff. Get hit with the icicles. And while you have the slowest heal in the world, we'll just take you out. Easy enough. We got a wand. Don't care for that. That's not better than what we have. What about these gloves? Yep, these scale off our strength, so we get bonus defense. Very nice. Another fight. Let's go. Start with our slash. Yeah, I'm not really sure. It keeps popping up like when I'm trying to dash. Oh, you know what I think it is? Hold up. I think I can change it. I think there might be a setting here, so let's see. Oh, we have a fire shield now. Okay, interesting. So if I go to options, is it under gameplay? Well, there's no keybind settings. I think what might be happening is I think it might be a setting where if you hit control twice, because controls are dash, I think there might be some kind of setting there that's making it so it, like, reveals where your cursor is, perhaps. Okay, let's take a look at this. Fire Fade. Teleport forward and leave an explosion behind. So, we have this damage reduction here for a little while. I mean, this is crazy. A 30-second damage reduction? That might be a little bit too much. That being said, we're going to get some... Well, actually, the only thing it does fire damage. Okay, we'll make that swap. We will make that swap. And actually, what I've noticed here is that there's really been no reason to swap these over. I'm trying to think of what I had before, why I would need to swap. I think... Oh, right. Okay, so for us right now... Okay, for us right now, it does not matter. So actually, on mouse and keyboard, it's pretty straightforward. But in meta progression, you can actually unlock a second slot here. So if you had two swords, you have two abilities, and you could swap between them. But for right now, it's actually very straightforward with how it's working. Please don't be a mimic. Please don't be a mimic. Okay. Reduce skill cooldowns. Increase crit strike chance by 20%. Whenever you fall below 50% health, scream in fear that stuns enemies nearby. I think I'm actually going to take that. Because we only have one more enemy to fight. We'll heal up to full. And let's make our way to this final boss. I don't remember... Oh, yeah, this one. I don't remember what this boss does, but we're just gonna attack the crap out of it. Okay. Okay, he's stink breathing us. He's stinking us. I don't think I could have blocked that, though. Grapples typically you can't block. I think I blocked that. I might have reduced the damage there. Get my shield up. God, yeah, you definitely can't block that. Definitely can't block that. Oh, God. Okay. Oh, oh, nope, nope. We're good. While he's frozen. Get big damage. Get big damage. Get big damage. Okay, we got some Brambly boys. Oh, God. Oh, he's attacking me in the butt. I don't have any health potions either, so I'm kind of, like, screwed here. Oh, I'm poisoned. Oh, I didn't realize I was poisoned. No! That's okay. That's all right. I totally didn't see that I was poisoned there. Expanded loot pool. So I think the expanded loot pool means that, like, basically as you continue on through runs, you can get different types of gear. And then, of course, we level up, get experience, all that kind of stuff. And then you run it back. So you come back into Sanctuary, you spend some of your mushrooms, get some experience. I would definitely recommend getting some health potions at the start for sure before anything else. Yeah, and then you go and you select new gear and you do it all over again. I'm not sure how you unlock new gear. Perhaps this is just for demo purposes. Maybe in the full game it'll have like tooltips to say like complete da 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 da, or beat this boss blah, 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 for a chance at this drop or something like that. I don't know. So yeah, that's Roguelite. Like, that's the experience. Really interesting concept. It's definitely a slower paced combat system. So if you go to the Steam page, you know, they call it a Souls-like. It's got a dodge roll, so basically, not even dodge roll, it's a dash, but basically anything like that and has a bonfire is technically classified as a Souls-like. I suppose you could, you know, say to the fact that it is slower base combat and has a poise system, so there are more things, you know, pointing to it being a Souls-like, and of course it has a dark, like grim dark theme to it, so there are a number of things that you can kind of put together and say that it is kind of Souls-like-esque. As for combat is very straightforward. There are times where, and this probably lends itself again to being more of a Souls-like, where you do have to be a bit more exact, where it's not like an action combat game. or let me be a little bit more specific. It's not like a fast action combat game where you can action cancel and you can like break your attack combos with a shield and protect yourself. Like if you're in the middle of an attack combo and you get attacked, like you're going to get hit, right? And we saw that at the end where I'm very much in the habit of just spamming my attack just to get as many attacks in as possible. And then I would get smacked and I just couldn't raise my shield in time. Totally my fault. I'm not sure, honestly, I'm not even sure if it was showing up on, for you guys. I don't know if it was just like my computer thing or not, but, if in case it wasn't showing up, every once in a while when I was mentioning it was showing up, I would get basically a white circle, almost like a white vignette. It would kind of like close in from the corners of the screen on my cursor. And again, I think that is supposed to be, I'm pretty sure there was nothing here. Controller vibration, numbers pop up, mouse direction combat. Yeah, so there's nothing actually here that reflects what I was seeing. So additional settings available in the main menu. Oh, well, let's go back to the main menu then. So let's save and quit here. Options. So let's go to, what would it be under? Maybe gameplay? No. Keyboard? Let's see. Change weapon, walk, No, nothing there. Perhaps it's under controller? No, there's nothing there either. Yeah, so I'm not exactly sure what was going on there then, but it almost seemed like it was just targeting my cursor to show where it was, which is something that I probably need in other games where I lose the cursor. This is one that I'm actually pretty clear on where the cursor was. Yeah, so the combat itself is a little bit stiff. I don't think that it's necessarily going to be, you know, super fluid combat like a, you know, like a Hades style combat, right? Where everything is super fluid, super snappy, and it's very quick paced. This is definitely more of a slow burn game. So probably take it a little bit slower than I was, be a little bit more methodical with how you play. And then again, other critique would be the map system. I don't think the map system is very good the way it is right now. It's extremely linear. Basically, once you pick a path, it's like giving the illusion of choice, right? And every path always leads to the right. So I don't know if that's intentional or not. I really hope that it's not intentional because I really don't think that's a very good map system. Now, I'm not saying that every node on the right needs to lead to a node to the left, right? We saw, if you want to see an example of that, if you go back to Warlord Battle Simulator, where basically every node connected to almost every other node, right? So in that game, if you have three maps, every single node in the middle of the map went to both the left and the right. So you have an abundance of choice, and that was kind of the opposite spectrum, where that basically gave you no punishment for taking a certain road. Like, you want to be able to balance it. So whatever their map system is, however it's creating the maps, it could just be that there's one map. I don't know. I would have to go back in, do multiple runs, and see how the maps were being generated. Maybe the nodes on them are being randomly created. Maybe there's only one map layout. But if there is more than one map layout, then you definitely need a couple ways to go back to the left, because otherwise, like I said, your pathway is deterministic. But other than that, guys, what did you think of Rogue Blight? Let me know down below in the comment section. And of course, if you did like hanging out with me today, if you liked what you saw, would you kindly smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for more Roguelite action? But for today, I'm out of here. I've been Ganyonz. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see y'all next time.